The first type of integration is direct querying. Direct querying is when your PRM sends a request in real time to your CRM and requests for information or to do an update. This is the worst type of integration you can do, because if you have a lot of users in your PRM system, you're going to quickly run out of your API calls in your CRM, and then your PRM is going to stop working. I don't know any PRMs out there that use direct querying to do their integration, but if there are any PRMs out there that have built their integration this way, they've done a really poor job. There are other type of integrations. Follow me to the next room and I'll talk about them. The second type of integration is field mapping. Field mapping is when you're mapping fields from one application to another. Generally, you have to match up one field from your first application to the matching field in your other application, or the closest matching field. For example, this is when you're uploading a list from your CRM to your marketing automation or sales outreach platform. You have to map the fields from your CRM to the corresponding fields. This method of integration can present some challenges. And in most cases, this type of integration in other applications is not a big issue. But when you're connecting your CRM to your PRM, those problems become a huge challenge to your workflow. To understand field mapping, you must first understand what is schema. Schema is a blueprint that defines the structure of an object and all its fields. It tells you what kind of information each field can hold, whether it's a text, whether it's an email, phone number, or something else. Now let's take a look at this beautiful illustration that Fresh has put together. We have the CRM lead object. We have the corresponding PRM deal object. Looking at the best case scenario, we have, for example, a first name field in your CRM that matches with the exact same schema that you have in your PRM, and you can do a one-to-one match. The second scenario is, let's say you have an email field that is required in your CRM, and you have an email field in your PRM, but it's not required. This can cause a lot of challenges later on, and we're going to talk about that. The next scenario is when you have a field in your CRM and you cannot find a corresponding matching field in your PRM. The last scenario I want to cover is when you have special complex type fields. For example, you have a country state pick list in your CRM. This is where you select a specific country and the province state gets filtered based on the pick list you've selected from your country. Now, this, if you're having a field mapping integration, this type of scenario doesn't work well because you cannot filter those provinces and states when you select a country in your PRM. So there are two different types of field mapping. Native field mapping, this is when your PRM vendor is communicating directly with your CRM, or iPaaS. This is when your PRM vendor is using a middleman in order to communicate with your CRM, such as Workato, Syncari, Zapier, or Make.com. And anytime you're introducing middleman, you're introducing complexity, and troubleshooting becomes much harder. So to sum up, the headache field mapping will cause you include the amount of time it will take to configure the PRM to match what's in your CRM, the fact that you can't bring all your data from your CRM to your PRM, and the regular troubleshooting you'll have to go through in order to maintain the integration. And when you need to make schema changes, such as creating new fields, or if you want to change a field from required to not required. For example, your partner might register a deal, but it doesn't make it to your CRM. And when this happens, you wonder why it didn't work. You'll reach out to your PRM vendor and ask them to investigate the issue. And while the PRM vendor is working on that, you have to go manually and bring the deal from your PRM to your CRM. That's even if you realize that the partner registered the deal. And this essentially renders your partner portal useless for its core functionality. In 99% of the cases, the cause behind such problems is due to the CRM-to-PRM integration. Most PRM admins don't even realize what's causing the issue, but the way your PRM vendor has built their integration is likely what's at the heart of the problem. Data and schema mirroring. So what is data and schema mirroring? When using the mirroring integration method to achieve CRM to PRM connection, you're literally reflecting what's in the CRM into the PRM. When bringing over the data in the PRM, it will be exactly as you have it in your CRM. So when we say your data from your CRM is reflected into your PRM, it's not a cute choice of words. We literally mean it's reflected. Magentrix is the only PRM in the market that has built its integration this way, and we've built it this way since day one. This method of CRM integration is rare to come by in most applications that exist because it's much more harder to build it this way. In Magentrix, there are no field mapping. Magentrix will read the objects from your CRM and it will replicate it in your PRM, which means the object in your CRM and your PRM are identical. To conclude, in Magentrix, there are no predefined schemas. Schema is built based on what's in your CRM. Therefore, there are no data silos and 98% less sync errors. So who benefits most from a mirroring integration? Anyone can benefit from this type of integration, as it makes your partner operation tasks more streamlined and it eliminates 98% of the tasks you'll have to look after and the sync errors other PRM cause you. However, this type of integration is particularly great for those who have a mature partner program, which are usually enterprise companies. Full value of such data accuracy and precision is deeply helpful for mature partner programs with mature partner operations. If you have an early stage partner program, you likely won't see the full value of the integration because your partner operations are not yet complex enough to require the level of automation Magentrix's CRM mirroring provides. But if you've got a mature partner operations and you constantly have a sync issue in your PRM and partners aren't even able to register deals because it doesn't make it to your CRM, then data and schema mirroring is for you. And due to the fact that everything is mirrored, setting up the connection just takes 5 to 8 minutes. Unlike other PRMs that take months to configure your CRM integration and don't even come close to bringing your data the way Magentrix can. And that's just data. They can't even bring in your schema. Watch our other videos linked at the end of this one to see for yourself how quick and easy it all is.